was a warm summer day. A mother duck had her nest hidden in the long grasses, safe from vultures and the fox. She sat on her eggs, waiting for the eggs to hatch. Finally, the eggs hatched with a pop and peep peep. A bunch of golden ducklings appeared. The mother duck was so happy to see her ducklings, but the largest egg in the nest was still there. The mother duck didn't remember laying such a huge egg. Suddenly, the large egg cracked open. The baby bird was big, grey and ugly. He had huge feet and a broad beak and didn't looking like a duckling. Other ducklings don't like him as he was ugly. A few days later, the mother duck took her ducklings for a swim. The big grey duckling also joined the other ducklings. After a great swim, the duck family waddled, walking with slow steps on their other into the yard. As the grey duckling entered the yard, all the birds started talking about him. Every day he was picked and pushed by ducks and even by the chickens. One day the poor ugly duckling couldn't take it anymore, so he ran far away from his home. At last he ended up in a swamp where only wild ducks lived. The wild ducks told him, "You are an ugly fellow. You cannot stay here. Go away." The duckling moved away from those ducks. The poor duckling felt very lonely. He didn't even move from that place, as it was winter. The water was so cold, and he got stuck in the swamp as a froze. In the morning, a farmer who came that way rescued the duckling and took him to his house. But the duckling was terrified. He flunked into the milk vessel and splashed it all over the room. The farmer's wife got furious and chased him out into the cold. The duckling went back to the swamp. He spent a long and lonely winter struggling to survive. At last, the snow melted away. It was spring, and the duckling was big and stronger than before. He flew high in the air, and he landed by a lovely lake surrounded by magnificent white and graceful swans. The ugly duckling thought that if the swans see him, they will also make fun of his appearance. He was ashamed of himself and bowed his head low. When he bent his head, he saw his reflection in the water and was astonished. His ugly feathers were now snowy white. His neck was curved and slender. He had grown into a swan. The other swans came towards him and stroked him with their beaks. Nearby children shouted with joy at the sight of him and threw him some bread crumbs. He felt very happy to be with his friends. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching.